If you're struggling to turn your hips on a topspin forehand, in this video I'm going to show you why it's happening and how to fix it. Now, to help me demonstrate this, I've got the Topspin Pro here. To get your own for at-home practice, you can use my link. It's in the description. I'm also going to pin it in the first comment. It would mean the world to me if you used my link to get a Topspin Pro, so thank you so much. All right, so why turning the hips? Like who even cares if you turn your hips on a forehand? Well, when we hit a forehand, we don't want to swing our arm. What we want to do is rotate the body. When we just swing our arm and our body does not rotate, we have a short hitting zone, which means we have to be so precise when we hit the ball. Otherwise, we're going to hit it nowhere near our target. And it ultimately just means that our body is in the way and you don't get any topspin. It just makes for an awful shot. Watch the pros. They rotate their body to allow the opposite to occur. A long hitting zone, the ability to swing up and get topspin. So turning the hips is where it's out. Look, the hitting shoulders in back on a forehand. So we want to rotate the body to allow the arm to swing through. Why is this occurring? Why do players struggle so much turning the hips? Well, I'm going to tell you it's their non-hitting hand and arm. It certainly isn't that they don't know to turn their hips, because most people know to do it, but they just can't. If you have video footage of your forehand, I want you to check it out. And I want you to avoid two movements. The first is reaching forward right away. If you're my opponent and I turn for a forehand, I should not be reaching straight toward you, my opponent, because that will lead to the second idea, which is this non-hitting hand drops and I end up basically giving myself a hug as I strike the ball. When you reach forward and then drop the hitting arm, that impedes hip turn. The racket's trying to go forward, the non-hitting hand is going back because every action has an equal and opposite. The body doesn't know who to listen to and ends up not listening to anybody, and it just stays sideways. So you watch beginners all the time. They'll hit the ball like this. They make this move because they'll put their non-hitting hand out and then it drops as they hit. Instead, turn with both hands on the racket, and then as the racket drops, you want to raise the non-hitting hand up like you're waving to the opponent. When you watch Djokovic hit a forehand, it looks like he's waving at contact. You look at Leighton Hewitt, at the moment he contacts the ball, non-hitting hand waving to the opponent. This is so important because when the non-hitting hand clears up and out of the way, it allows the hips to rotate. Now, what's a drill that you can use? I want you, when you're done hitting a forehand, to make sure that your non-hitting hand was up, I want you to put the racket in that non-hitting hand and just place it against the side of your head. So watch, I turn with both hands, I move the non-hitting hand out of the way, so at contact I'm waving, and then I place it in that hand and just press it against kind of like, not the very top, but not my ear, just above my ear against my head. So it looks like this. The only way to do this is to have my non-hitting hand up. If you're a coach, have your students do this. If there's someone who does this, they would have to go, oh wait, and it would be awkward. But if they turn with both hands, then move the non-hitting hand out of the way and up as the racket's dropping, then turning the hips becomes so easy. If you have video footage of you from the back, scroll through the video and stop at contact, and you should be able to see your non-hitting hand above your non-hitting shoulder. A lot of students I teach, I do Zoom lessons and like stroke analysis. They reach out to me on 2minutetennis.net and they purchase a stroke analysis or Zoom lesson with me, where on Zoom I meet with them live and do the analysis live with them, sharing my screen, showing them the video footage that they sent me. You're not on the court when you do a live Zoom lesson. You're home, but I'm doing the stroke analysis live with you, answering your questions. You're demonstrating at your home. I'm home. It's a really cool way to do it. Players send me videos and I'll stop the footage and their non-hitting hand is here when it should be visible here. So turn with both hands, have the non-hitting hand visible from the back view over this shoulder as you hit, and then just catch, and you can just place the racket against the side of your head. Doing that, I guarantee you, will fix the problem of not being able to turn the hips. And if you're a coach, do that with the students. Instantly, they'll love you as a coach and they'll keep buying more and more lessons from you. Now, if you would love to find players, leagues, even coaches in your area, use my link for PlayYourCourt, and it's playyourcourt.com/2minutetennis. When you use my link to sign up, you get 50% off. Get yourself a Topspin Pro. Link is in the description and pinned in the first comment. You can just practice over and over again at home, hitting a ball with topspin. You can see the ball spin, so you can feel and see spin to give you that positive reinforcement. But practice turning with both hands, waving at contact, and then just put the racket in your non-hitting hand and press it up against your head, just to make sure that it's up there and that you did it correctly. Doing this is going to help you turn the hips, and there's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.